How to fake an entryway that looks expensive, even in small spaces. Now, if your front door opens straight into your living room, no hallway, no foyer, no separation at all, you are not alone. I know I show big, gorgeous, never-ending homes a lot on this channel, and that's mainly just to give you ideas. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of us live in smaller homes. And here's the thing that most people don't realize. You don't actually need a real entryway. You just need to create the illusion of one. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to fake an entryway that doesn't just work, but it looks intentional, elevated, and honestly, maybe even a little expensive. Before we get started, welcome back to Home Decor 101, your YouTube home decor channel. So I've created this video before a few years ago and it was a hit on this channel. So I wanted to redo it with some newer, fresher ideas just to give you all a real glimpse of how to solve this problem. Which, let's go ahead and kick it off, the real problem. So when your home doesn't have an entryway, everything just feels exposed. You walk in and suddenly, boom, you're in the living room. Boom, shoes are piling up. Boom, bags don't have a place. Boom, boom, boom. The space just feels unfinished. Designers actually say the entryway sets the tone for your entire home. But when you don't have an entryway, where does that leave you? What's missing? Something starts to feel off. But the fix? It's not just about adding walls. A lot of us don't want to go through the whole process and the financial strain of updating your home to add a walled-in entryway. So it's not about adding walls, it's about creating a visual landing zone that you can use every day for all of your stuff. So listen, I'm about to drop some super sauce on you. This is the secret. To fake an entryway successfully, you need to create 3 things. 1, a defined zone. 2, a functional drop spot. Whether it's a tray for keys, sunglasses, whatever it is that you need before you head out the door. And 3, you need to create a visual moment. What is going to stop people and say, oh, that's cute. This is a cute little entryway. That's it. And once you understand that, you can create an entryway literally anywhere. So I told you I was going to tell you the trick, which I did. Now I'm going to tell you how to master it. The fastest way to fake an entryway is to add 1 anchor piece. Just 1 anchor piece. Doesn't have to be a lot, doesn't have to be big, because 9 times out of 10 we're working in a small space. So this 1 anchor piece could be a slim console table, a bench, a narrow cabinet. Even designers use small-scale furniture to create structure in tight spaces. And here's the key. It shouldn't overwhelm the space. It should define it. It should say, oh look, in this section, this is our entryway. Because the moment that you add that piece, your brain goes, oh, okay, this is where the entryway is. I see the benches here. This is where I sit down to put on my shoes or take off my shoes now. Okay, so after you have that anchor piece in, I like to do what I call the mirror effect. We're just going to elevate it. So add a mirror above your anchor piece, not just because it looks good, but because it reflects light. That's going to make the space feel bigger, and that's going to instantly make it feel finished. And let's be honest, it's also your last look before you leave the house. We have to make sure we look good. Pause if you haven't noticed. I'm using a few items from Amazon. I've listed them all. You guys, I'm so bad about listing stuff in the description box. I'm getting better. That has been my goal for this month. So check the description box and you can see the items that I am showing you for this video. They will all be listed there. Alright, so we have the bench. We have the mirror. It's time to create what I like to call the drop zone. Now, this is us making it functional, because a beautiful entryway that doesn't work doesn't last. So this is where we're going to add a tray for your keys or your sunglasses or your work badge. We're going to add a few little hooks for bags and coats. We're going to add a larger basket towards the floor to go ahead and gather up all of those loose shoes that we trip over every time we enter our house. Even something simple as wall hooks can instantly create the feeling of an entryway zone. No trick here, guys. Just keep it minimal and keep it intentional. Make sure everything has a purpose, not cluttered. My next little underhanded trick for you, the rug trick, and this one is powerful. Here's the cool thing about rugs. If you want your fake entryway to look real, add a rug. Rugs do something very subtle but powerful. They really define the space. They're going to anchor the space. Putting that rug down and setting the things around it makes it look like it's its own complete section. Even designers use rugs to visually create an entryway where there isn't one. And the right rug can guide the eye and make the space feel structured instead of just bouncing all over the place and random. Now here's something else that always works so well. Create a visual divider. We're going to take it up one more level. If your door opens directly into your living room, you need some sort of separation. That's going to differentiate your living room and to create that little entryway area that your rug has started. You need some separation, but you don't necessarily need walls. A lot of times that closes up the space. Designers will often turn corners or small zones into functional entryways using shelving or partitions. Definitely check the description box for this because I'm going to have all of the different ways that you can create this partition for not a lot of money on Amazon. Okay, the next step, let's make it look expensive. We're going to make it look like we spent some big bucks on this. Now this is where most people miss the mark. They forget this step. They stop at functional. And you know, in that case, they do have a functional entryway, but it just looks kind of thrown together DIY. We're going to make ours elevated and gorgeous. So add a statement light or lamp somewhere there. You can add a piece of art. You can add a sculptural object somewhere sitting on the bench or the small console table that you've placed there. You can even add a plant for a little bit of life and some texture. Even one intentional detail can make the space feel styled rather than just thrown together. So listen, I've given you guys some good ideas, if I do say so myself. This is super easy, but there are some things to avoid. Very quickly, here's what not to do. Don't overcrowd your space. That's people's first introduction to your home. You don't want to jam pack it as soon as they walk in. Also, you remember when I said use a small, slim console table or a bench? Try not to use bulky furniture. We're already really working with limited room. That's just going to be too much and overwhelm the space. And here's one, I'm going to say it to you all, but it's honestly for me. Don't let shoes take over. It's so easy to get home, kick your shoes off, and start your evening. But if you can just place that basket somewhere around there, it just looks better aesthetically. Because clutter is what makes a space feel small, not really the size of the space itself. Okay guys, so this one little section, I wanted to show you some of the different ways that you can actually take what I'm saying in this video and make it work. So I just have a standard entryway here that I just kind of made up. And I'm going to show you some of the different tricks that I've shown. So this is the rug that we're going to use to anchor the space. This is an idea of the partition. Now I don't necessarily love this one, but listen, if you get a good price for it, sometimes you have to make it do what it do. And this is one of the partitions that they have on Amazon. This one is cool because it does have wheels. This is another partition that they have. I like this one because it actually hangs from the ceiling or the wall or wherever you want to place it, and it is see-through, so it's not giving you, like, it's not cutting off like you're adding another wall in. You can still see the light through it, you can still see the living room through it, but it's giving you just a bit of separation. So you remember the tip I gave you about using plants. This is an example. These plants are maybe $30 something, and you see that I just placed 3 there. Gives you a bit of decor and also gives you a little separation from the living room and your kitchen back there. So I thought this was pretty cool. This is a shelf that you can get. It's a divider, but it also has the shelves that you can store some of your decor and knickknacks. Has a cabinet that you can place something under there. I think that would be good for like cleaning supplies, random odds and ends. And it also comes with hooks, so you can put your purse there, you can put your keys there. Everything is right there within hand's reach. Okay, so this is an example of a slim console type cabinet. So of course you can open it, store goodies that you don't want to be seen, and I just really like the look of this. This was another partition. This one is like a wood shuttered look. And I like it that you can just switch it up. It can look however you want it to look. If this isn't your color scheme, you can change the color palette on it. And I think it'll work very well. And last but not least, this is an archway mirror here. You can just hang over the console table just to place there, give yourself a little look on the way out. But more importantly, it's going to add some sunshine and brightness to your room. It's going to make it feel a lot bigger. Okay, so listen, at the end of the day, faking an entryway isn't about having more space. It's about using what you have intentionally. So whether your front door opens into a living room, a kitchen, or a small apartment, you can still create a space that feels welcoming, organized, and designed. So let me know in the comments, do you have an entryway, or are you faking one like most of us? And if this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check the description for pieces that can help you create your own entryway at home. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.